Hello chat. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, guys. Welcome to our chill stream today. We're gonna be chilling out with some Kirby's epic yarn today. Hello, guys. Welcome, welcome. We are gonna design some merch today. It's gonna be a fun little chill day. Because it's a rainy day where I am, so I figured it'd be nice just to kick back and relax and hang out for a little while we work on some cool stuff. I think that would be pretty fun, right? Okay, so yes, hello, I am Hawley, otherwise known as PetPyves. My pronouns are they, them, he, him, she, her. I use all pronouns, can't mess it up. I'm the creator of 12 in Origins, I am the GM at Brightside, Masks RPG, and I made Persona Project. That's about it for intros for me. Same thing as per usual, really. Nothing's changed. Yeah, so today we're going to be continuing where we left off last time, where we were working on merchandise. And we're going to be working on this giant poster of like every character on my channel. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a doozy. We're gonna start with the 12 characters on the side there today. So get ready for some nostalgia. We're gonna draw a bunch of 12 characters. I'm excited about it. There's some really cool fan art up here if you want to submit that. There's a link in the description that's always open even when the stream is over. You could still use the link to submit fan art, which is really cool. We have some cool fan art. There's so much Blackbird and Wild Child right now, and that's so beautiful. So, if you want to donate to the stream, there's a little fruit bowl that Peeves has here that will catch fruit. If you want to donate, that's super cool, and I appreciate it. It helps support the channel and me, and everything that I do. Which is a lot, So, Blackbird with the money up there could not have been more perfectly timed, y'all. That was really funny. But yes, I'll answer some Q&A in between drawing today. This is broken. This is not supposed to be saying that. Whoop, we'll get rid of that. Oh my goodness. But yeah, hi guys. I saw so many of you asked how I'm doing. I'm all right. I'll be there. I'll get to it in a moment. No.
First, you'll know unless this comes in late. Have some Parker marshmallow money.
Yes, Parker marshmallow money. Let's go, Mallow. Thank you. That's really fun. Oh my god. But I'm all right. I've had some chronic pain this week that's kept me behind a little, but we'll get there, you know, it's a day at a time. So I'm a little tired from all that. I'm having a bit of a gloomy day. It's a little gloomy out for me. It's rainy and cloudy, and I'm like, no! I'm gonna miss summer so much. So I'm just trying to enjoy it and say, oh, but rainy days could be fun. So, you know, making the best of it. Hold up, wait. You're asking a question about the Trickster and all the other entities. I'm gonna make a special about them. We wrote, together we wrote a script about it actually this month. And we're gonna introduce them a little more clearly, so don't worry. That'll come up like pretty soon. You can also watch the meeting episode. It's like a special. It's like an actual YouTube video, not a short. Highly recommend that one because it does introduce them and give you their pronouns and what they actually represent and everything, so. What's the sound I use for the warning? That's actually from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Sky. They have like a little like shocked expression, and that's the sound effect that it comes from. But it catches your attention. The whole point is to catch your attention. Alright, guys. Oh, Starlit Nights, that's so sweet. Yeah, I mean, I am the change I want to see in the world, so I try to answer as many questions and notice as many comments as I can. And I know a lot of YouTubers that don't do that, and it's kind of wild. Oh.
I can't say fry money cause I'll be copyrighted, so this is comfort crab money.
Oh, making a donation to the comfort crab. I see. Yeah, I am rabbits. How beautiful, how wonderful. Oh, goodness. Whoa.
I haven't done fan art in a while, but when I did you like it? 3.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Jaden. That's so nice of you. Thank you for the dono. Of course, I love all the fan art I get. Oh my god, I literally get so excited. Every little piece that I get is just so much fun, and like I love having it on stream and having it cycled through so we can always show off all the cool art because it's just so awesome. You guys are so sweet. Thank you guys so much for putting so much passion into my channel and like my community. It's so awesome. Is the bowl color a pride flag, FB? No. It's just kind of my color palette. It's like this kind of retro, like turquoise and oranges kind of thing. Like, I'm very much a retro fan. But it does kind of vaguely resemble the aro-ace flag, which I am aro-ace, so it's like a little nod to that, but it's meant to be just kind of like my little color palette. Maddie! Yay! Hope you have a wonderful week. Sending positive vibes to you, bestie. Cat emoji. Thanks for being such an awesome person in my internet life. Oh, yes, of course, dude. Anytime. The music is just breaking today, so I'm apologizing if it just sounds like absolutely horrific. I don't know what that's all about. Lost Woods, yeah, you can, if 12 in Origins, like, personas, like, helped you, you can include it in your project, of course. It'd be nice if you credited me, so people know where the original source came from. But yeah, that's super cool and awesome. That's like a part of your healing journey. Oh, that makes me feel so honored. Rainy Sunday solidarity, yes, Fizzy! It's time, dude. Like, it's that in-between state between summer and fall where it's just gonna rain a lot, and I'm just like, it's making me have a hard time staying motivated. Oh, Chelsea, have a good day at work. I know getting ready for work is like, you have to dread it because you're going in, but I believe in you.
I'll make some more art. Smiling face emoji. Hope you like high TT.
Yes, of course, Jaden, thank you! That'd be so cool, I'd love to see it. Like that one up there, we are the peeblings, please feed us, you know, like, that's so fun! I say, sweating nervously. Like, oh, I'm happy you've been here for 4 months. You're a little bright center crab. I love the little emotes that I put on there too. And you got the plot peeves. I love the scheming peeves. Oh, heck yeah. No, silly apple munch. I can't wait for this to be a poster. It's gonna be so awesome. And yes, Zeke's Corner, use the link in the description so I can see it. That would be really cool. I don't really have much social media, so that's kind of the only way I get to really see it anymore. Because social media just does something to your brain, you know? I've had to take a break for, like, quite a long time now. Cafe Star, I don't exactly know what you're asking. My personas they're me. So it's not like a story. It's like an autobiography. It's not like a fictional story. It is my life, actually, legitimately. Aww. Dude, Uzil! I'm so glad I can help you in your system. That's so awesome. I hope you have a great day too, dude. That's so sweet. Oh my god. Yay, Meowcat. Watching it on TV is crazy. I can't imagine being on somebody's TV. That's so wild. And the Wolfie Animator, welcome back. It's good to see you, dude. And Fluffy Evie. Alright, so this is where we left off last time. We did Persona Project art. And this time we're gonna go and do the 12 in Origins little segments on the left here. So I'm gonna turn off what we already did. I know that sounds like perhaps a little counterproductive, but we need to be able to, like, see what we're doing, you know? And this is, like, a giant art piece, so it's gonna take a minute, but I don't know, there's something about tedious art pieces sometimes that are just so fun. So let's start off with Imp, because Imp is, like, the fan favorite here. And I'm going to be using a little bit more of their updated designs, because I've done a lot of redesigns lately in, like, the past year or so, and now I love them too much and I can't stop drawing them. Oh, I love the Kirby music. There's nothing more chill than Kirby, I swear. Especially on, like, a chill, rainy day. It's like Animal Crossing or Kirby for me. That's, like, the max chill vibes. Alright, got Imp's little horns. My computer. Oh, Firefoxes, don't worry about it. It's just a decade old. It's chill. No, my computer has problems. Okay, I could try and move my microphone, like, away. But, my computer is just, on its last leg. And, like, I'm broke. So it's gonna be on its last leg until I can literally not afford it no longer. Like, I have been saving up for a new PC for, like, a really long time now. I've been putting, like, portions of the stream donations towards it. I've been, like, trying my best to get a new PC, because I really need something that's, like, mine is custom, and, like, to replace something that's custom is even more expensive. So, you know, YouTube doesn't really... It pays my bills, but it doesn't pay for literally anything else. So, it's like I gotta wait to upgrade it, and I'm gonna try and do it, like, later this year when they have some good deals going on and stuff, like Black Friday and stuff, because, like, yeah. Computers are expensive. So, yeah, if you hear my fan, I apologize. It's because my computer is probably trying not to blow up. He's doing his best, guys. He's doing his best. Okay. So we got Imp and his little bone tail. I could have drawn, like, big Imp, but there's nothing more classic than the little Imp, like, little tiny Imp, so... I've been showing up in your dreams, Wolfie. I get this so much. People are like, oh my god, I just dream about you, and I'm like, oh god, what did I do? Because I always think about SpongeBob, where, like, SpongeBob, like, goes into people's dreams, and then they're like, get out of my dreams, you're ruining my dreams, and I'm just like, oh god, did I, like, walk into your dream? Because, like, last night I had a dream I was the Avatar, so, like, I hope I wasn't in your dream, because I was, like, fighting a bunch of people, and I was like, oh, I'm the Avatar, like...
I'm sorry I missed the stream last week.
Oh, you're fine.
Glad to hear you're doing well. I need to tidy up my room, so this is my podcast
Heck
text
yeah.
to remember to stay hydrated and blow your nose.
You're so real. You're so real. I will hydrate. And yes, I will accompany you in your room cleaning project. I wish you the best of luck. Try not to get distracted. Don't sit around and go, oh, what's this thing? And, like, just put it away. Just put it away. Like, you got this, Missy. Ugh. Renee asked, hey, Hawley, do you voice all the characters? Yes, I do. I do. I've had many years of voice acting under my belt, and I hope this might shock some people that I voiced all the characters, but I thought it was really important that my voice was heard throughout the entirety of my story, because it's entirely mine and it's my perspective. So that's why I chose to voice all the characters myself, because, like, can you imagine how strange it would be to be writing an autobiography and then hiring voice actors to be, like, your abusive family members? Like, yeah, no, it just, you know, it's like, no, it just doesn't feel right to me, and, like, it makes more sense because I remember exactly how people spoke. I know the quotes. I know everything because it was my life. So. Oh, Justice Canine Bunny, thank you for the dono. That's so sweet, dude. I love your username. It's so lit. Oh yeah, and you're like you're a YouTube member too. I remember I had to add your name to the newest Wobble Dogs video I was working on, and I was like, oh, that's a cool username. So yeah, I do voice all of the characters, and it's a little tedious sometimes because sometimes I have a hard time with like not making them all sound the same because it's the same person voicing them all.
I'm sure you can get 3 computers with this money/J.
Yes, I'm Rabbit, thank you! I can now afford 3 computers! Now I can do 3 streams at once! Let's go, dude! Heck yeah! Oh my god, that's so funny. I am saving, I'm putting it away. I am trying very hard. By the end of this year, I'm hoping to get a new one, and then we'll be able to, like, stream, like, video games and stuff again, and, like, I'll be able to do, like, a lot better quality videos. Like, I'm working on it. Oh my god, Renee, your heart has grown. That's like the cutest, sweetest thing I've ever heard in my life. That like your heart grew 3 times bigger. So like you're like a Christmas character. That's really funny. Oh my god, dude. Just Human, there will be more specials like meeting and stuff. And I'm gonna introduce all the entities in the next one. It's gonna talk way more in depth about what they represent and everything. So just be patient. I've got like way too many projects in my to-do list. It's like actually kind of wild. Oh no, I'm getting shaky. Oh dear. Is my blood sugar dropping? Oh no. I don't think I have anything over here to help with that. I might have to go get some juice in a moment. You know, just your casual, usual health issues coming from me. This is gonna be a poster, Dumb Dish. This is gonna be like a big fancy poster. I already have t-shirts in the works.
Shut up and take my fries monies.
Tyler, welcome to the stream, Ty. You know, I've been working on art to update the stream art, like, to make it to where Peeves is catching french fries now. Because now it's just like a running joke. I think it'd be really cool if it just randomly chose french fries sometimes. I just thought that'd be awesome. Or we could do like dino nuggets, silent fries, like do a bunch of different fries. Like, I think it'd be really fun. My favorite Pokemon or a random Pokemon chicken wings? My list of favorite Pokemon can go on and on and on. My favorite starter is Cyndaquil. My favorite evolution is Jolteon. My favorite legendary is Lugia. My favorite just like out of nowhere Pokemon is like Shellder, Zubat, Honedge. Like I have to look around my room because I like literally draw them all over the place. Literally just have like an entire shelf back there. Like I love Bulbasaur, Darkrai, Sandygast is a cute one too. I've got Skitty over there and Mew. I've got like all kinds of Pokemon on my shelf. Like you can't really see it that well, but one day maybe I'll do like if I could get like a portable camera, I'd love to do like a collection tour of like all of my random garbage I have. 'Cause I have a lot of random garbage. When you're like a retro collector, that's kind of like what happens. Alright, May. I'm gonna dim down this like giant pet peeves symbol we have here. Actually, I'm just gonna get rid of it for now. I've decided. The council has decided. Oh, one day we will get back to working on 12 and Origins, y'all. It's definitely like on my bucket list. For the sake of Hawley and Parker era, I would love to just give it the ending it deserves and really like make 12 and Origins the best it could be. I've even considered just like instead of making origins, I've thought about just, like, saying heck it and just reboot, like, the entirety of 12 itself, and then just, like, go more in depth with everything that I wanted to. I thought that'd be really cool, because so many people are like, you should remake it and, like, remaster it. I'm like, that would be so much fun. Like, I think that would be, like, a really awesome nostalgia project, considering 12 is, like, getting really old. It's, like, almost 10 years old now. Can you believe that? It's 10! It's turning 10 this next year, bro. I can't. Like, I can't. That's wild. Someone give Hawley one of those grandma candies, vigilant. The thing is I actually really love those. The strawberry ones, the little strawberry ones are my favorite. Oh my god. I love them. Those are so good. Like, I actually do like grandma candy. Oh goodness. I used this in Persona Project now. I can only think about my own child when I hear this song. Holly, are you okay? I am okay. I am okay. I'm fine, guys. I don't know. Oh god. Mal, that's crazy. Mal, do you have, like, prophetic dreams by chance? 'Cause, like, I do actually get a bow and arrow in Parker's era. Like, this is, like, a legit plot point. I have an episode of Persona Project of Parker. The story, okay, I'll tell you the story, because now that you're, like, the prophecy is true, like, you are a prophet, congratulations, basically, I really wanted to, like, learn archery, and so my dad took me out to, like, a store. We went and got some, like, archery bow and arrow and stuff, and as I was shooting arrows and practicing, I decided to take out my inner teen rage on the fact that I hated I hated a character from Avatar: The Last Airbender so much.
Are we allowed to make our own Persona project if we give the idea credit to you?
Okay, Jaden. Great question. I have an entire FAQ coming out about this, because this is, like, the most common question. Thank you for the dono. I can't, like, explain it fully, but I have a video coming out that'll explain how you can, but, like, briefly, I'll interrupt my story. You'll just be left off on a cliffhanger. So, if you want to make your own Persona project, yes, do that. What Persona Project is actually called a personal narrative. It is a therapeutic tool, especially for trauma survivors, to heal from your past and move forward with your life. But Persona Project is kind of like, I would describe a personal narrative as something that you do towards the end of your healing journey, when you have processed a lot of your trauma and emotions and are very self-aware, and you're ready to kind of be vulnerable and share your truths. That's when you should be working on a Persona Project. You should be working on Persona Project if you are super young, if you are not in therapy. You definitely need a therapist to do a personal narrative. I can't recommend that enough. I can't stress that enough, how badly you need that. And a personal narrative is not something you have to credit me for. That is just common knowledge. Like, making personal narratives has been around for a long, long, long time, and many a personal narrative exists. Like, a good example is Jeanette McCurdy's I'm Glad My Mom Died is a great memoir that is, like, a great example of a personal narrative. If you want to specifically call it a Persona Project, and you want to call them eras, and you want to just copy the exact format I have of just saying, hey, I'm just gonna break down my life into eras, and I'm gonna call it a personal or Persona Project and post it online exactly like I do, yes, you're gonna have to credit me, or that is stealing. That's plagiarism. Otherwise, that's not plagiarism, because the concept of a personal narrative, I don't own that. I'm just using a very specific format that is comfortable to me, which is just, I'm gonna break down my life into different people, because I have a lot of trauma, and it would just be so much easier to understand everything I've gone through if they're individual people. So, yeah, you could make a persona project. Please do, I implore it if you need to heal, but just be aware that you have to be in the right place in the right time to tell a personal narrative, because it is a lot of opening up and vulnerability, but it is the last step of your healing journey. It should be at the end. So, just so you know. Do you know a trick to opening a box of Fruit Loops? Scissors! Use scissors. I can't open stuff, I'm very weak. I can't open bags of chips, so I rely on scissors a lot. A cookie? You want a reminder of the age groups of your eras? Yes. Yes, so Wild Child is my life from birth to 8 years old. Blackbird is my preteen years. She's gonna be from 9 years old to 13. Parker's gonna be from 14 to 18. He's my high school teenage years. Hawley era is gonna be my college years, so that's gonna be from 19 to about 21, 22. Haley era is my kind of like my first job, my manager position. Like, I view it as like my capitalism era, becoming an adult. So Haley's like 23 to 25. It's like a really short, like Haley era is really short, I feel. It's like 3 years, maybe. And then, current era started when I was like 26. And now I'm 27, so that's Robin. So those are the ages. Hold up, wait, you can draw my characters in different outfits, so long as it's, appropriate. Obviously, I have a lot of, like, my eras are younger, like, please treat them with respect, don't put them in outfits that are obviously not okay, not appropriate, but, like, you know, like, if you want to draw them in, like, a cute little, like, I don't know, you want to draw a Wild Child in a little princess outfit, go for it, like, I don't care, like, my inner child loved to play dress up, so, like, that would be, they make total sense to me, yes, Renee, if you have art, you can submit it, above, there's, like, there's literally right above me, it says on the screen, use the description, there's a link to a Google form, throw it on in there, it'll be up there next time. As long as it fits, you know, as long as it's appropriate, it'll be up there. Yo, and Dante, thanks for catching the stream, dude. I'm really glad that you are healing and, like, feeling seen through Persona Project. That's really cool, dude. That's awesome. That's all I could hope for. That's why I post it. Oh my goodness, you guys are so, like, exciting and, like, all, like, upbeat and hyper today.
May. I was going to work on my Halloween costume of her, but I have to search my room for the materials first. Also, ew, it's Simp. Grabs bug spray. 12 is almost a decade old. Time to cry.
Right? When you said ew, it's Imp, grab the bug spray, all I could think of was Deltarune, like, Tenna with, like, the spray can, like... I need to make that a gif of, like, May being, like, spraying Imp. Oh my god, that would be so funny, bro. I think we would use that a lot. Goodness. Drawing May running away from Hawley era, that's beautiful. I hope it's, like, the T-posing in the hallway, like, meme. Alright. So, I've been goofing off a little bit. I need to get to drawing here, so let's go in the order of the vessels, shall we? Let's draw Ivy. I'll explain each of the vessels as I draw them for those of you who haven't watched 12 Origins, because it is 10 years old, and it's really old, and the art style looks like just so much of a beginner, and like it's really cute and charming because of that, but it's just like some people can't watch it because they're like, oh my god, like it just looks rough, and I'm like, yeah, fair enough. But yeah, this is Ivy. She is a purple cat. She's actually technically a Russian blue. And she is one of the strongest of the vessels, I feel. She got herself into quite a bad living situation because she was very desperate.
You saved my life.
Oh! Ah! Slash positive, by the way. I'm so glad, Jaden. Oh my god. Dude, that is so freaking awesome. It's so wild to me that I can do that, because, like, I had people who did that for me on YouTube, and now I'm paying it forward, and it's amazing. So, like, just keep paying it forward, man. Oh! I just realized I have to keep telling you the story about the bow and arrow. Hold on. Sorry, Ivy. Ivy, hold on for one moment. So, yeah, I got a bow and arrow in Parker's era. Jesus Christ, I almost forgot to tell you. And so I was really mad at Avatar The Last Airbender because I, like, really hated one character. It's the character May. She's Zuko's, like, romantic interest or whatever. And, like, I don't like her as a character because, A, she's just very apathetic. She doesn't really add anything to the story. She's not really important. She just solely exists to be Zuko's partner. But she's, like, really bad for him, and it's just, like, really toxic, and it's just, like, you know, teen angst, right? Like, that's all Avatar, like, little relationships are and everything. So, like, I was so mad at May that I printed her out and stuck her on my little target, and I pulled back my bow and arrow, and I was, like, shooting at May. And I was like, you suck, I hate you, you're the worst character ever! And it's like, oh my god, Parker, relax. Parker, chill! Someone take the bow away from that man. Like, what is he doing? Like... Oh, it's so funny, bro. It's literally hilarious to me. So yeah, that was the story, that Mal had very well predicted. So, amazing job. And back to Ivy, so Ivy basically got into, like, a bad living situation out of, like, desperation. And this is, like, a common narrative for a lot of trauma survivors, is that they will kind of perpetuate a cycle of being uncomfortable or being in a bad place without even realizing it. And Ivy is, like, a good example of that, because she has a abusive partner named Reed, who she just people pleases and does everything she can to keep the peace, and it's just like really reminiscent of like where she came from, and like it's just like trauma narratives will repeat themselves if you don't heal. And so May helps Ivy get out of that situation and realize that she needs to break the cycle, and then that's how that episode goes. Which I feel is a really powerful message, and I would love to give it another go. Like, I'd love to write it over again, now that I've, like, processed a lot of my own trauma. I think it'd be amazing. Aw, Witch of the Wolf, heck yeah, dude. I'm always so happy to see you on stream, by the way. Ugh, and Impcat too, it's great to see you. Hi, Seagull, welcome in. Yeah, hold up, wait, you can draw my characters with any other characters you want. Like, again, as long as it's appropriate, like, if you want to draw, like, a collage of all your comfort characters together, go for it. Like, I am so open to so many ideas, man. Like, there's, like, a fine line with certain things with me, but then most of the time I'm just like, just have fun and just be creative and make art. Like, I just want you to be, like, an artist, you know? Yeah, Fizzy, it's really interesting how everybody wanted Reed to be the vessel, and it's just like, no, like, I think it's important that we tell it from a female's perspective, genuinely. There is something very different about this story in the perspective of a female character. So that's like my main reasoning, where I'm like, No, because it's really important that this happens to women more often because they are more marginalized, and this is like a more common occurrence. Not that it doesn't happen with men, but it does happen more with women. So like it is like a more broad-reaching point here. Mal. I got the cutest little Kirby music on right now, man. Oh goodness. Okay, so then we have Heather next. Heather is a little Cocker Spaniel dog, and she is another really strong character, just sweetest, shyest, quietest little character. She is a dog with cancer, and there is this great message about religion in the story that I really love. As somebody who I used to be very religious, it was just like such a great character to write for me, because it was just so comforting to remember how comforting like religion can be in like some of the most challenging times of your life. And Heather is a very devoted person, and the whole episode is just about her experiencing the life she didn't get to live before her life unfortunately inevitably ends. So it is very much like she is like traveling, she is like seeing the sun and feeling the breeze and just like experiencing like nature and life, and like it's a very deep episode. And it's just like when it comes to certain things of the inevitability of like death and terminal illness, I feel like it was really important to have an episode about cherishing like literally every moment and making your life your own while you have the time. And like it's just like a really powerful message, because I have known many a terminal ill person, and I feel like it was like an important story, so that's why Heather is here. Goodness, now instead of my blood pressure dropping, now I'm just sweating. Oh goodness. You know, it's just one of those days. I'm having a health day. I just gotta drink a ton of water. Smoose McGoose, it's been so long since I've seen you! Hey dude, I hope you're doing well! Thanks for casting a fireball. I hope you're not casting it at me though. You can cast it at like Peeves or something, or Imp. Oh goodness. Oh. Alright, so next up, the next vessel is Thistle. Thistle is a non-binary trans character with a lot of attitude and a lot of bites. Just like a very feisty character. And their story's really cool. Especially in Origins, we definitely got to hear more about the trans narrative, the trans side of being non-binary, because yes, non-binary is trans. Although some non-binary people might not identify as trans, a lot do, and Thistle does identify as such. And it's just like a really awesome story about Thistle being AFAB, realizing, oh, I'm not a girl, that's for sure, and then trying to be more masculine and male, and then going, oh wait, that's not right either. And then finally being like, well, non-binary. And I think that that's like really important to show the process of like finding yourself. That's like Thistle's entire episode, is just figuring out who you are. And it's not like a oh, I figured it out and then you're done forever and it's like perfect forever. Like things change all the time. And that's kind of what Thistle's story is about. It's just very much like it's okay to change your labels, and it's okay to be yourself, and finding the people around you who love and accept you for who you are is Thistle's message. And Thistle is this big, fluffy Manx cat, and Thistle's got all these different, like, scars and kind of, like, little like, battle scars, just, like, Thistle was in a gang, and very much was under the impression that this gang was in place to help others, and then slowly it didn't pan out that way, and then Thistle had to stand up and leave, even though it was going to be really, really hard to leave. And that's kind of Thistle's whole narrative. It's very much about, like, losing friends along the way when finding yourself, and standing up for your values. Gosh, though, that's great. I knew this was fabulous, AFAB. That's pretty good. Yeah, Brenna, you're not the only one. Yeah, same thing, Roseblood in the Garden. For a lot of people, Thistle was the first non-binary character that they've ever come in contact with. And that kind of representation is why I live and breathe, y'all. Queer rep cannot be more important in today's day and age, and I think it's really cool that 10 years ago I was still fighting that hard to make sure that characters like these made it out there, and for people to at least have the option to know that non-binary is an option and it exists and it's very valid and real. In a world where it's trying to be silenced and suffocated, it is so important that they just simply exist. Just by Thistle simply existing, it opened up avenues for so many people, and that is what is so important. Alright, the next character is a great big Great Dane. And this is Ebony. Ebony is a dad. He is a recently divorced dad, so he's a single father, and he has a sweet little daughter named Daisy, who is just like I think she translates to like human years. She's like a 5-year-old. Just like a sweet, bouncy, energetic, very spirited little thing. And he's struggling with homelessness in his episode. He kind of gave up everything to leave the person that was, you know, previously Daisy's mother, but disowned Daisy and Ebony and ran off to do her own thing out of fear of the responsibility of a family. And obviously, now that you've seen Persona Project, you can kind of see the overlap. You can kind of see where my inspiration strikes and where it comes from, because I've experienced these, like, things almost paralleled sometimes with, like, the vessels, where you're like, oh, my goodness, like, yeah, this is just literally, like a different version of my own story of my dad being a single dad, being homeless, being ostracized by the mom, and dumping the kid on him, and I'm confused, and just, like, you can see it all. And so, it's a whole episode about May. It's kind of like a May episode where she gets humbled real quick, in this kind of, like, big responsibility, and this is kind of the turning point where May started to take it serious, which is great. Oh my god, you guys are referencing the bloopers. That's so great. And I love Ebony so much. It's just like, he's such like a big, softy, like, little country boy kind of character, and it's just so much fun. Alright, so we got Ebony. The next character is Rose. Rose is another, like, I feel like climbing up there is like a fan favorite, or at least she's one of my favorites. Rose is a purebred, color point cat, who is, a lesbian.
You truly are changing the world. With Thistle, with every vessel, with every era. One story at a time.
Yay! I'm doing my dream! That makes me so happy! You have no idea. That is, like, my life purpose. So, like, hearing that means the world to me. Thank you, Mal. I really do want to make a positive impact on this earth. It's, like, amazing. Like, as chronically ill and disabled as I am, it's amazing that I can take my craft and still help people as much as I can. Like, it is just, like, the coolest thing in the world. So thanks for making it possible, y'all. But yes, this is little Rose. Rose is a lesbian, and she has a girlfriend named Violet, because it's Rose and Violet. Ha ha ha. All of the characters in 12 and Origins are named after plants, if you haven't caught on to that yet. Oh my goodness, my music died. Hey, music. Come back. There you go. That's just kind of the naming convention I went with. Because it's actually like the entirety of the naming scheme is a play on words of, April showers bring May flowers, because May died in a storm, and then was brought to all these vessels. So that's the whole April showers brought May flowers. It's because it literally did. She died in April during a storm, and then it brought on all of these vessels into her world, who are named after flowers and plants. That's kind of where I went with that. But Rose's whole story is a bit of a loaded one. She comes from a very privileged life. Being a purebred cat is the equivalent of being white in our society. And so she has this very privileged background, very privileged perspective, that she is learning more and more just how privileged she is by having a partner who is mixed, a partner who is a wildcat, as they say, in 12 Origins, but really that's just code for person of color. So this episode tackles racism and homophobia like no tomorrow. It is definitely a more serious episode, and it's very much about Rose's mom, who is kind of the matriarch here. Rose's mom definitely runs the show, and wants that picture-perfect family, that purebred family, and the second that Rose isn't, you know, playing the role and is going off and being with wildcats and being gay and all this stuff, all of a sudden it's like, they start to get into, like, that argument of, like, this is not the life I set up for you, and Rose is like, well, my life is not for you to control. So it's very much like it's a coming out nightmare, I feel, when it comes to, like, coming out stories, because I wanted to show the fact that not everyone's coming out is gonna be this, oh, we accept and love you, honey, here's a cake, here's presents, oh, we will always love, like, not everybody is accepting, and there is a horrible truth to the queer community that there is a lot of tragedy, and there's a lot of heartbreak and grief in coming out and losing everyone that you care about. Like, it's not a joke. That's what happened to me and my family, and, like, my brother and everyone. Like, coming out for a lot of people does mean going no contact and losing your family. And for Rose, luckily, they managed to make amends in some kind of way, but it'll never be the same. And that's, like, the point, is that there's so many different ways that coming out can go, and I wanted to show the uglier side of coming out. In a lot of these episodes, you'll find that there's a lot of coming out stories that don't have the more cheerful narrative you might often see. But in the end, Rose and Violet still get to be together, and to them, that's all that really truly matters. They don't need the support of anyone when they have each other, kind of deal. Which is a bit of a more lonely story, a little more sad of a story, that Rose basically just, her mom will never really see her for who she actually is. But she has a very caring brother, she has a very caring father, so there are people who do support her, and that's the other side of the queer narrative, is that you have found family, you will always have somebody who does love and accept you. Even if it is just, like, my channel on the internet, even if you just stumble upon here and you're like, oh, I'm queer, but I can never tell anybody, at least you know, hey, PetPyves is a safe space. There are safe spaces, and there are safe people, and there are love and acceptance in this world, even when it seems the most, like, dour and the most dire. Like, there is love to be found here, and I promise you that. That's what I really love about Rose's story, is that, yes, it covers some pretty heavy and awful topics of how people of color are treated, especially in the queer community. It's even more rough for people of color, and I feel like that was a really amazing story to tell through Cats and Dogs. Like, I'm just saying, that's wild. 10 years ago, holy crap. Not many shows were doing that kind of thing. Hold up, wait, where do I get my sound effects for my videos? A wide variety of things. It's usually video games that I love. So I have sound effects mostly from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That's where I get most of them. Because I like the video gamey kind of like old pixely noises. But I also have Pajama Sam, which is an old CD-ROM game. I have a lot of silly cartoony sound effects from Pajama Sam. Undertale's another one, and Animal Crossing is another one that I get a lot of sound effects from. And that kind of makes up the bulk of it for my channel. Alright, and then after this point, we reach Cypress, and Cypress is probably everybody's, like, favorite because it's just such an interesting turning point in the narrative. Cypress is a very emo little husky who has undergone some really crazy life changes that have led him to become depressed. He is a very depressed person. And it's not hard to see why. The home that he worked so hard to have was taken from him suddenly, and his adoptive father was old and sick, and he actually did end up passing away. And so it's very much like it's a grieving episode. It's tackling the topic of depression and grief, and like it's like a very bitter episode, because instead of it being the narrative of, oh, it's always gonna be okay, you can always pull up your bootstraps and like you can fight your depression, it's just all in your head, you know. That's what May is trying to tell her vessel, is that it's just like, oh, it's in your head, Cypress, you have to keep fighting, you have to keep going. And Cypress is only met with more despair. And that is just the reality of life. And I think that that is a really, really important thing to tell people. That, like, yeah, being depressed is not just gonna magically, you're not one day just gonna go, you know what, you're right, I'm not depressed anymore. Like, you're not just gonna be able to, like, think your way out of your feelings. And so that's why May fails, is because she fails in the way that she doesn't understand the depression. She doesn't understand that Cypress just can't snap out of it. Because Cypress does actually try. He does believe in May, and he goes, you know what, you're right. I'm gonna actually try a little harder. Maybe May is right. And even when he does try harder, he essentially gets punished. Like, he is reminded again that he shouldn't be trying, and that, like, the depression is always going to have those nasty negative thoughts of, like, just stop trying. And so Cypress is very much this, like, kind of sad and terrible reminder that depression is, like, more than just something that's in your head. It is not something you can just, like, willpower your way through, and Cypress ends up in a very bitter and dark situation towards the end there, and it is very sad, because, like, I also thought it was important to portray the depressed character as somebody who does want to live. Because I know that a lot of emo characters are portrayed as, oh, we don't want to live. But Cypress obviously very much wants his old life back. He wants to be happy. He wants to live. And he gets really mad at May when he inevitably dies at the hands of this horrible shelter that he was in. And so that's Cypress's story. It's very much like I wanted to show the importance of depressed people are more than just depression. They can't just shake it off with just a positive affirmation, and they usually 9 times out of 10 are depressed because they want to live. They just don't know how. But yeah, that is Cypress's ordeal here. I'm gonna save my progress. If you're drawing along with me, make sure you save your work and drink your water. Let's drink water. Alright. Yay, Jaden!
I finished the art. I'm gonna submit it now.
Heck yeah, sounds good, dude. It won't pop up on stream immediately. It's something I manually do, so it'll be on the next stream. But thank you, that's so cool! Alright. Next up we have Fennel. Fennel is a blind cat who is pansexual, and Fennel is very much like has this narrative of being in love with your best friend. And when he decides to confess those feelings, it doesn't go very well. Because the other person doesn't feel the same way. And I thought like this rejection story would have been a really important one to tell. Because not every time that like especially in media, I'm so tired of every time cartoon characters going, I love you. They're like, oh, no way. I also love you. And it's like, that's like so unrealistic. There's like so many scenarios where people could be like, actually, I don't want a relationship right now. And like there's like so many other like relationship dynamics that I thought it was going to be like a really important episode to kind of show like, hey, like, not every time that you confess your love, it's not going to be a Disney movie. It's not going to be like, and then the fireworks went off, and we kissed, and it was beautiful, and we were in love forever, and we're going to get married, and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's very much like, real life is very much like, oh, I don't feel that way, or, oh, maybe not right now, or I don't know, let me answer you later. Like, there's always, like, a realness to it. And, like, that's what I love about Fennel's story, because it's very much like you kind of, you go in expecting it to be like, I love you, and I want to be with you, and then they're gonna be like, yeah, me too, and then they, like, kiss or whatever, but it's very much like, Cosmo's like, no, I'm not gay, sorry, and it's like, oh, because I feel like people don't know what to do in that scenario, where it's like, oh, you're not gay, oh. So that's kind of Fennel's story of having to live with the rejection and move on. And, like, respecting people's boundaries is, like, a really important message of Fennel's, of just being like, oh, you see me as, like, your best friend. You don't see me as, like, a partner. And you don't want to change the way that you see me, and, like, you have to, like, respect that. And, like, that could be a little hard for some people, because, like, you really, like, have a lot of ideas in your head about how you want a relationship to be, and you start daydreaming and think about, oh, we can hold hands, we can do this, we can do that. But for Fennel, it was, like, a big learning lesson for Fennel to go, okay, I still really love and respect you, so I will move past it. Which is cool. And I love it. Exactly, Aurora. Life is not a Disney movie. And neither are my cartoons. Goodness. So that was Fennel's story. And then the next story is interesting. We have little Lupin. Lupin is a little chihuahua with a missing leg. So he's an amputee. And Lupin is this, like, really hyper, cheerful little guy, who is just kind of, like, amazingly enough, picking up the pieces of a very, like, terrible life, and is just learning to just live in the moment. And it's really cool, because, like, we didn't get to that part of Origins, but Lupin's story is very fascinating. Lupin was born into a purebred family and had all these expectations, and because Lupin was the runt of the group, was treated very badly and differently, and was told to give up on the typical dreams of a purebred dog, which is to get adopted and go to a home and be a good family dog to whatever family loves you, blah blah blah. So Lupin doesn't have that narrative. Lupin was never adopted by a loving family, and got into this kind of like freak accident and became permanently disabled. All kinds of just really intense stuff for like a 10-year-old child, or 12-year-old child. I forget how old he is. I think he's like 10 or 12, in like human years. But yeah, Lupin's just like learning to like stand up for himself and build the life that he deserves, and like not take anybody's crap. And when it comes to, oh, we're gonna tell you what to do, we're gonna teach you how to be like us. And then like Lupin in a way is very much like it's quietly coded like a neurodivergent experience of the family dynamic and how it changes with neurodiversity, and how Lupin's family viewed Lupin before as very capable and just like everybody else, until all of a sudden, wait, there's something different about you. We don't like that. We're gonna ostracize you. We're gonna change your narrative for you and view you as incompetent and incapable. And it's very much like that kind of narrative of taking your own life back, which is really cool. And it's also the obligatory beach episode, which was fun. For the 12 characters. Alright, the next character is Poppy. Poppy Roo. My little, she's a munchkin cat. She's very adorable, little snowshoe munchkin cat. She's a very shy and sweet little character. I put a lot of myself into this character, like a lot of my younger self into this character when it comes to like Parker era. You'll see a lot of resemblance. Poppy is a sweet, shy character who has a very best friend, and that's kind of the only friend she's got. She tries to be friends with, like, the bullies of the neighborhood, and she really tries to fit in with all the other girls and everybody else in the neighborhood, but she just has a really hard time because she has a lot of, like, health problems, she has, like, food allergies, she has all of these, like, things that make her different, that all the other characters just kind of make fun of her for. So this whole story is about bullying. The main premise of Poppy's episode is about bullying, and so it's about how she goes to a party and it doesn't go very well because everybody planned, and very strategically planned, to bully her at this party. And it's about how May kind of teaches her to stand up for her and her best friend, and make the bullying not okay. Because when it comes to bullying, and like, this goes for anything in the world, right? This goes for like, if you're online and people are commenting nasty things, they're only commenting nasty things because it's been made to be okay. Somebody somewhere isn't standing up and saying, this is wrong. Somebody's just letting it happen, right? That's why I get so frustrated with some content creators with, like, their content, because they'll just, like, never monitor their own, like, comment sections and just let people say everything that's terrible. And it's like, what in the world? So Poppy's very much about, like, taking the bullying and saying, this is not okay. You are a bully. And, like, getting away from those toxic people. And that's Poppy's entire narrative. Oh, it's so cute. I'm loving you guys' favorite vessels and who you connect to and why.
P-O-P-P-Y and Poppy.
You're referencing that old meme, huh? Tyler. P-O-P-P-Y and Poppy. That's a good one. I thought Poppy was a border collie. Honestly, yeah, the old art style didn't do me very much favors when it came to deciphering, like, if they're cats or dogs. Oh, gosh. But yeah, Poppy's a sweetie pie, and she ends up... It's also really cute because I love her family dynamic because she lives with her grandma, and I love those kinds of stories so very much. Because I lived with my grandparents a lot as a kid, so it's, like, nostalgic for me. Oh, goodness. The next, vessel, we're gonna have to finish the rest of Poppy's later because I have to draw characters overlapping each other here. Mallow is next. Mallow is perhaps the most jarringly different character. I think because Mallow is, like, one of the only, like, cis-het characters without, like, a really major struggle. Like, Ebony is cis and het, but Ebony has, like, a lot of, like, struggles and things. And, like, so Mallow's one of the more, like, privileged vessels here who has, a crush that he doesn't know how to, like, talk to, and he's very awkward. And so he's got this kind of adorable little love story going on with this other dog named Ginger. He's a German Shepherd. And so he's very much like, I need help telling her how I feel. We're gonna go on this date at this park and I'm nervous for my date. And so May gets to help out with that. And it's very much like a... He goes with the idea of, like, one of his friends suggests that he should hide who he actually is. And be like, no, you should pretend to be somebody you're not, so that way she's really impressed by you. And the whole thing of the story is to just be yourself. Like, the message is be yourself. Because pretending to be somebody you're not is not only exhausting, but also just really, really harmful to not only you, but everyone else who is involved in the lying and deceit. So at the end, Mallow realizes that he just needs to be his big, old, clumsy, goofy self, and that his date, Ginger, ends up liking him even more, because the little silly plot twist is that she's also pretending to be somebody she's not. And then they laugh about it and say, wow, we are such dorks for trying to pretend to be, like, fake people. And they're just big dorks, and I love it. It's just, like, a very sweet episode in between all of the very seriousness. There's a lot of, like, interesting, like, Reaper lore and stuff going on in the background of that episode. But yeah, that's little Mallow's episode. It's literally, like, the most tame out of all of them. It's always so funny when I think back on it. I'm like, Mallow's so normal. Mallow's just, like, the most normal out of all of them. It's really funny. Like, the most normal character episode as far as, like, it comes to, like, we have, like, Cypress, who, like, literally is battling life and death, and, like, all of these, like, intense as hell stories, and then you just get, like, I don't think my crush likes me, oh, and I'm like... But it's also a good example to show, like, struggles are, like, universal, and everybody experiences their struggles differently. Like, this was a really big deal to Mallow, like, and, like, for some people, like, you know, compare it to, like, Ivy, where it's like, oh my god, this is, like, so, like, Ivy's in, like, an abusive situation, and, like, what does Mallow have to complain about besides, like, I don't know if this girl likes me, but it's also, like, you can't invalidate people's experiences, and that's also a good point about Mallow's episode, is that, like, his experience is very valid, and, like, everybody has different experiences, and, like, somebody's, like, you know, level 10 stress can be another person's level 3, so it's like a empathy lesson, really, of May helping Mallow regardless, and May never said, oh, I don't want to help him, he doesn't even have that big of a problem. Like, May wasn't like that anymore, because she had that empathy lesson. And yeah, also, yeah, we just, whoa, okay. I don't know why I did all that. Program went haywire. Yeah, sometimes that's just what we need. It's a little bit of normalcy. In one of your videos you sung very well, Kennedy. Yeah, that was a long time ago. If you're talking about 12, yeah. I sung, like, the Maze Lullaby. I was in chorus for many years. I'm a singer, I do that. It's mostly, like, a thing I do by myself, because I'm very self-cautious about it, but it's kind of crazy that I did sing, like, in an episode of 12. Did Mallow have anxiety? I don't think so. I don't think Mallow had, like, anxiety. I think he's just, like, anxious about the date, which is, like, a normal anxiety. It wasn't, like, a persistent Anxiety was very much like oh, there's like a stressful event and I'm anxious about it, which is like more typical and like expected. Like that's like obviously a very valid thing to be anxious about. But next up we have the fan favorite, my favorite as well, my little Willow. Willow is a little cat, who is missing his little front legs, so he has a wheelchair, and he is canonically autistic, which is awesome, and he's one of the first characters I ever wrote that I put a huge part of my true self in, because like for a long time I wasn't allowed to be autistic in my family, and so Willow was kind of my self-expression of like, I know I'm autistic, so I'm just gonna put that part of myself in a character and like give myself the narrative that it is to be celebrated and not hidden. Because my family had completely different beliefs that were just awful. And so that's what Willow is all about. Willow is a non-verbal autistic kid who just wants to make some friends. And it works out really great because May and Imp talk to the vessels like in their minds. So Willow doesn't even have to be verbal, which is so perfect for him. And so he ends up making friends with May and Imp, and that's the friends that he makes. They try all day long to make friends with like random like cats and dogs in the neighborhood, but it just doesn't work out. And so it ends up being like a really sweet little story. Just about Willow finally finding his people, because when it comes to being autistic, it does take a long time to find your people, and the people that love and accept you and respect you at most. Like, that is like the most important part of neurodivergent, of friendships, relationships, family. Like, it is the acceptance is what's really important. And May, right off the bat, was like, okay, let's go, like, just immediately.
Down we go, down we go, down into the sea, down we go, down we go. I'm taking you with me.
Yep, that little, nursery rhyme song we had in 12 and Origins. Oh, that's awesome. And then the last vessel here is Rue. Rue is a single mom of 3 triplets. Oh boy, she has 3 kiddos named Lily, Blossom, and Time. And Rue is another grief story, but it's more of the grief of losing a partner. Cypress's grief was losing a parent, and Rue is very much like losing a partner. And she has a very sad story. And it's very much like a story about how families should grieve together. Because she tries to hide it from her kids. She tries to hide that she's sad from her children. And May kind of convinces her to be like, hey, I think your kids are sad too, and by not showing them that you're sad, they're gonna think it's wrong to be sad about their dad passing away. So it's very much like an important message of like being vulnerable and showing your true emotions, especially during hardship. It's not a sign of weakness to cry, especially when you've lost someone. It's just like a really important message there. Because like so much of society is trained to just silently and quietly cope with stuff and never tell anybody how you're actually feeling. So that's kind of Rue's story. Rue is very much like cry with others. Like, it's okay to grieve, it's okay to be seen being vulnerable. And for a lot of people, this is very hard. And it was very hard for her to open up. But she did. Because she really loves her kids, and she really wants them to also be able to cry about how they feel, too. And that was her very very sad story. It was the finale of 12, was where her story takes place. But it's bittersweet, because there's very much like a bittersweetness with grief, and they're at like more of an acceptance point in their grieving journey. Alright. I think we've got the line art done for this little section. Haha. So now we get to go on the grand journey of coloring it all. Yes, Voidolent. Also, I am a weirdo. Make sure you do your homework. Pace it out. You know, don't make yourself burn out by doing it all in one sitting. Just do little bits at a time. Be kind to yourself with it. Alright, so let's go on through and color this thing. Alright, let's zoom back in. All the way here. And I'm gonna grab a million character refs. Yeah, you guys are like, Colfer, you guys are absolutely allowed to just relate to like my stories. I make them universal like that. Y'all, I just watched my cat throw up all over my bed. He just threw up all over my bed. Baby. Baby. Child of mine, did you seriously just do— Well, hope I have the spoons to clean that up. Oh, you know. Like, of all places, bro. Of all places he could have thrown up. Why my— literally right where I sleep. Like, right in where I sleep. Oh my god, bro. Cats are so throwy uppy, man. It's one thing about dogs that I like more. He's okay. He does this a lot. He was over there, like, making biscuits and purring really hard. And if he purrs too hard, he literally throws up. Like, I can't— He purrs so hard that he makes himself vomit. Like, and so he was just being a little baby over there purring and being all happy, but he did it to an extreme, and now he's sick. Oh.
No, the bed is the worst place.
I know, bro, I know, Jaden, help me, help. And then just waddles away, literally, like, he didn't even do it. Like, he's just like, anyways, like... Anyways, we're just gonna color this, and I'll deal with that as soon as this is colored. I will go and clean everything up. I'm on it, boss! I hope you're referencing Digital Circus. Sachi Coco. I hope you're referencing Bubble. God, I wish I had a bubble right now to clean that up. God. It's gonna be a nightmare. Oh, phooey. Alright, let's grab... Where are my reference sheets at? Here we go. Let's do May first. Oh, anyways, hope you guys are having a good day. I'm dealing with my own sick self being chronically ill, and my cat also being chronically ill. Nightmare, nightmare. Why are you like this? Literally, I am... The worst part is I spent the whole morning cleaning my room, too. So it was actually just perfectly pristine and clean, and now it's gonna be destroyed. Bruh. So bad. Literally said help. God, baby. Anyways. Stupid freaking cat. Yeah, I would love to bring back 12 as just like a, like, redo everything and like if I had a second chance to make 12 even better, I would, like 100%.
Also, how are you so pretty, lol?
Thanks for the donation, but I really don't like comments like that, Crumb. I really don't like that comment, so please keep that to yourself next time, thanks. I don't like being called, like, I don't like people commenting on my appearance, like, it's just really uncomfortable for me. Cause, like, A, I don't know how old you are, and B, it's just weird, cause, like, you don't know me, and I'm a stranger on the internet, and it's just kinda like, it's just strange for me. I'm aro-ace, I'm just like, no, like, I'm very much like, no thank you, just so everybody's aware, please don't say things like that to me, thanks. I don't enjoy it. Oh, there's gonna be so many little details in this poster. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go through and like make sure every little pixel is perfect. I'm gonna have to do like a cleanup session of this. It's gonna be, because some of the details are really tiny, like look how tiny Imp is. Right? You're right, Rabbit. It is my channel, I could do anything, but it's also the thing of, like, I have to think about the time and energy it's gonna take and be like, okay, do I have, like, the resources to, like, take on such a project again? Like, am I in a place to do that? Like, it's just one of those things. Alright, I'm gonna open up a couple of these. It's loading. Hello, Thistle. Wanted Ivy. But yeah, I don't know, I've always thought about it where I'm just like, I could do like even better a second time around. Like 12 is already a classic, but it'd be so cool to like bring it back with like everything that I have learned in my art journey, and like I just think it'd be so much fun. For like just the nostalgia alone. To just be like, oh heck yeah, let's just redo this thing. It would just be so cool to remake my first project so many years later. But I'm way more interested in like telling new stories, because like that story's already told, and yeah, it's really old, and it's like, yeah, I could be better, but if I spend all my time making the same project over and over again...
We're proud of you.
Oh, thank you, Jaden, that's so sweet. Oh, thank you for all the donos today, Jaden. You're on a roll. Thank you, thank you. It's really appreciated, dude. But if I'd spend all my time remaking the same story over and over again and, like, being a little perfectionist about it, like, I can't move forward, you know? I can't tell other stories, and, like, I want to be able to tell other stories. So, that's, like, a big thing for me, is why I don't really want to, like, redo stuff until maybe I'm done telling, like, all my stories, right? Like, until I'm like, okay, I finished Wander, I finished Toka, I finished Mouse Tales, I finished telling, like, the main stories I've really wanted to tell. Then I can go back and redo them, because, like, otherwise I'm just going to be telling the same story over and over again. You guys are never going to be able to hear anything else that I have for you, which I have a lot of cool stories, I promise. Like, they're really cool. But, like, we can't see them if we're stuck in like, one story over and over and over and over again. Which is why I always support artists, and, like, when they want to redo a series and then they cancel it and they just decide to do something new, I'm like, oh, sure, man, like, go for it, because, like, that's far more interesting to me, is to see, like, oh, what, like, if that story was really good, like, I can't wait to see what you have to do next, kind of thing. So... Fluffy Evie, if you want to do like a merch unboxing, that'd be so cool, bro! I would love to see that. I'd love to see like how it all turns out. That'd be so rad. Okay, Thistle's turn. Thistle's very bright. Lots of people used to think Thistle and Imp were related, because of like how similar their colors are. Which is totally my bad as far as the character design goes. It definitely was just me being a silly goof. It was just like, oops, I didn't mean to make them both have gold eyes and red fur. Oops, now everybody thinks they're related. They're totally not, by the way. They're definitely not. It's just like, the reason why the vessels are the way they are is because I followed a rainbow color scheme. So like Heather's pink, Thistle's red, Lupin is like yellow and orange, Poppy's got the green, and Fennel's blue, Mallow's purple, Rue's orange. You know, like, they all have their own little, like, colors that go in the rainbow order. So... that's why they are the way they are. It's not because any of them are related. Ooh, or Aurora. God, I'm sorry. That name is really hard for me to say. I apologize. Storytelling advice. God, the best advice I could ever give anyone in this world for telling stories is this phrase that has stuck with me my entire life that some of my best English teachers have taught me in school. And the phrase is show, don't tell. And what that means is that instead of looking at your audience and treating them like they're stupid and going, like, instead of, like, good example is Thistle, right? Because the way I introduced Thistle was I had May and Imp go back and forth, where May was like, oh, she seems to have this problem, and then May stops and goes, oh wait, no, he has this problem. Oh wait, what? Like, is it a he or a she? And then Imp goes, they? And then May goes, okay, they. Instead, the telling version would have just been, wow, Imp, I think Thistle's non-binary. Like, that would have been, like, the obvious thing to say. Like, duh. If you're writing something and you go, duh, then, like, maybe change it, because it's far more interesting. Your audience is far more intelligent than you're giving them credit for. If you treat them like they're stupid, they're gonna feel stupid and they're not gonna engage as much, because everybody loves to think critically, genuinely. Like, most of the shows that are really popular right now are popular because you can theorize about them. You can sit there and go, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen next. Oh, but they hinted at this and this and this, and what if this happens? And there's a possibility that this could happen, and blah, 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 blah. And so it's the matter of, like, giving your audience a chance to think critically is really important and really good. And they can do it. Like, you just gotta trust them. So, like, if you don't exactly say something point blank to their face, don't worry about it. As long as you give enough subtle, nuanced hints, as long as you set up a really good, like, telling narrative, you should be in the clear. Because, like, yeah, like, there's a lot of things in 12 that I will just point blank, May will say to the camera, like, Imp, you're a criminal? Instead of just being, like, something completely different and being like, oh, there's no way you would have committed crimes. So there's times to be, like, to say something. I usually use the, like, telling the audience straight to their face information when it's, like, a reveal. Like, when it's, like, really important. That's when you should be, like, telling. For the most part, you should be showing your audience everything. Like, good example, Persona Project, the Maple Tree episode, where Blackbird is holding on to the trickster who is way too big and is, like, about to fall out of a tree. Never once did I look at the camera and go, this is a metaphor for my depression and anxiety being very heavy on my shoulders, and I'm holding on to it for dear life even though it doesn't serve me. No, I never said that.
Sorry for before, also can I eat your art?
Sure, Crumb, I don't recommend it. It's probably doesn't taste very good. It probably tastes like printer ink, so just, don't get printer inked. But yeah, like, what was I saying? Yeah, in Persona Project, I didn't, like, look at you and just tell you exactly what was going on. There was implied storytelling where I was like, you know, obviously something is going on here with this trickster and everything, and why is the trickster growing and being so heavy, and, you know, it takes some subtext to realize, oh, it's growing with Blackbird's anxiety. Every time Blackbird says something negative, it gets bigger and bigger. And so it's like a little bit of critical thinking can go a really long ways. And I know it's really hard to ask of people in today's day and age to think critically. I know. I'm a fiend for asking for media literacy, but like, the more you push it, the more they're gonna have to. Because if everybody else gets it and they don't, they're gonna have to develop the skill, which is good, and we need more media literacy in this world, because my god, so many things are lost on the audience in like so many shows that I watch where I'm just like, oh my god, we are like genuinely in like a crisis. It's pretty bad. So again, I'm the change I want to see, and my best advice always is to just, first of all, tell your story in any way that you can. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be pretty, doesn't have to be like, oh, I have to wait until I have like an entire like animation studio, I have to wait until like I graduate from college and I have a degree and blah 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 blah. Like, you can just do whatever you want, by the way. I made 12 when I was like a baby, man. Like, I was like literally, I had my fingertip in my iPad and a dream, and I made it. Alright, so like, just make it and make it with intention, and treat your audience like they are smart, because they are. Like, you guys are smart. I never have to really explain all that much to you guys. You guys just look at something and go, oh, that episode was really well written because it means this and this and this and this. Which I appreciate very much, because, like, yes, I do very much go out of my way to make my content, like, very, like, pleasing to those who understand, like, how to analyze anything, more so than just... Sorry, I'm trying to draw and I'm having a hard time talking and drawing at the same time. But it's just like, I know my audience likes to pick things apart, and I know that you guys like to think about, oh, here's a theory, I think imp is this and that, and like, oh, I think that this will happen and that will happen, and that's just how you guys are. So like, why would I take that from you? Silly Apple Munch, my motivation comes from... Right now, it's very much like I want to heal, right? Like, I want to move past my trauma, I want to move past my childhood being garbage, and I just want a better life. And for me, that's just putting in the effort every day, in big ways or small. Mel, you're in the stream! Yes, Mel, thank you! Too young to fear, just go for it. You're absolutely right. Thank you for saying that. What episode does Trip show up in Brightside? Trip is not a Brightside character, Zapper. Trip is my personal D&D character. It's just a character I use for campaigns that I'm in outside of the internet. It is just, like, my own personal, like, character. Because I have those. I have characters that are not in, like, any of my shows that I just draw a lot because they're, like, my fixations, or they're part of my D&D campaigns, and I have interests outside of YouTube, believe it or not. I have passions outside of, like, my job, you know? So... Oh, I love Cypress's redesign. I love it, I love it. Alright, let's see. Cypress. Gotta remember how your cute little emo face looks. It's been a while since I've drawn these characters, guys. It's been a while since I've drawn these characters. I love cartoon music, bro. It's so good. Okay, Cypress. There we go. Can't believe we're gonna, like, finish a whole, like, section of this today on stream. That's gonna be really cool. Alright. Cypress, and your little tongue out, a little blip. There you go. One vessel at a time here. Okay, I'm gonna address the Fennel. If you so dare to tell me that Fennel is J-Feather, I'm going to cry. My whole life it has been, oh, it's just J-Feather because he's blind and he's blue, and I'm like, that was just dumb of me. Dumb of me when I designed this character to be like, I'm gonna make them look similar to a warrior cat character. Not intentionally, it was completely unintentional, and then it just, it has haunted my life ever since. I'm the constant, oh my god, it's J-Feather, literally drives me up a wall, and I'm like, I get it, I know, I don't know what I was thinking, bro. I was like, just freshly, like, 18, I was like, when I made 12, I think I was like 17. I was like 16, 17 when I wrote it and designed the characters, and when I actually produced it, I was like 18, 19. And so, like, I'm sitting there like, okay, Hawley Parker era, what are you guys doing? Like, you should have known that they were gonna make these kind of comments. You should have known people were gonna make comparisons. Like, come on, but they didn't. They're just like, I want a blue cat. Because it was either Fennel was gonna be purple or Ivy was gonna be purple. And, like, it made more sense that a Russian blue was more purple, to me.
You are my comfort story animator. Cherry blossom emoji.
Oh, Crohn, that's so great. Awesome, dude. There are a lot of story content creators out there, but not many of them will, like, talk about the trauma side, which is fine. But I do notice that most of them that I follow are very, like, silly, and, like, lighthearted, just like, one time we did this thing, and it was, like, so crazy. And I might have occasionally have found a couple that will talk about, like, more in-depth, like, life things. And it's like, huh. It's definitely a strange thing to be one of the very few on YouTube that do this. So I definitely thought there would be more, and then I was like, oh wow, I'm actually kind of alone on this island. Holy crap, okay. Just starting something new here, I guess. Whoa, what are you doing? Clip Studio, please, bro. What are you doing? Oh my god. Bro lost his mind, for real, for real. Okay, let's get your little patterns on here. I'm Rabbit 6, you're so right. Alright, I got it! Plankton SpongeBob. There we go. Fennel's definitely one of the more complex characters as far as design goes, because it's like, oh, look at all these stripes. Stripes. Stripes and patterns and all that stuff. He's like a Norwegian forest cat, so he's like obviously gonna be like super fluffy and stripy and glorious. But he's also got all his little fur out of place and everything, because he's just like a silly, messy boy. Alright. One more stripe for the road. And we're like halfway done with the vessels, which is cool. We can add a little shading and lighting and call it a day. Alright. Okay, let's get Lupin back out since Clip Studio threw it at me. Which happens, unfortunately. Lupin, Poppy, Mallow, Blue, and Willow. There we go. Y1 Dragon, I do see it. I see your message. The merch isn't out yet. We're just kind of preparing for like a future merch drop, if that makes sense. Like, I have some merch on my RedBubble, but I haven't been like super pleased with RedBubble's quality lately. So I'm moving to a new like website, and I'll let you guys know when like everything is set up and ready to go and you guys can buy them. I'm actually gonna buy like samples of my merch to like make sure it's like as accessible as possible. Like, I really want to make sure that the merch isn't like not friendly for us autistic folk and neurodivergents. Because, like, lots of clothing will have, like, stupid tags and all kinds of, like, uncomfortable things. And, like, I really want to make sure the clothes are comfortable, and I want to test the quality of the products before I make them live for everybody. Because I really care, and I really don't want to be, like, selling stuff that sucks, you know? Like, I want to be like, hey, like, I want to, like, make sure it's good, you know? So once I get all of my test products done, I will definitely be sharing with you guys, like, where to buy everything. Right now, they're just, like, we're just working on making them real together, which is cool, because I feel like not many creators, like, share this side of the story. Like, it's cool to see, like, it come together and be like, oh, and here's the stream of us drawing this poster that I now have on my wall. Like, there's something really special about it. At least for me. The process is one of my favorite parts of art. I don't even really care that much about an end product. Like, I am so much more of a process person. Like, that's another thing that keeps me highly motivated to do everything that I do. Because, man, I am a motivated individual when it comes to just loving the process and just getting lost in art and going to a whole other planet for a little while and then opening my eyes and going, oh, it's been like several hours. Oh, shoot, you know, like, that's a great feeling for me. I love time traveling with art, man. It's like one of my favorite pastimes.
Have you watched Knights of Gwynevere yet?
No, I have not yet. One of my friends is vetting it for me and making sure that they give me a list of content warnings of specific things that upset me. Because I know that the show probably is going to have a handful of things that are going to be a little hard for me to watch. As far as gore goes and stuff, I'm not like a huge fan. So once my friend made me a list, and once I sit down and watch it and get through the list with all the warnings personal to me, I'll let you guys know how I feel about it. But for now, I haven't seen it, so obviously no spoilers. Because, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of horror. It's a hard thing for me to watch. Alright, little Mallow, look at Mallow. I love Mallow's new design with the, like, purple collar, because it just, like, reminds me of the little Mallow flower. So cool. Oh, I need to get water. Oh, lots of water, goodness. But yeah, Y1 Dragon, thanks for supporting my RedBubble. That's super cool, man. How do I make the live foreground? You mean like my stream graphics and stuff? That I use a website called Canva. They have a lot of really cool, like, assets and stuff. Although I will say, just be warned going on that website lately, they have fallen ill to the AI craze. Which I am not okay with. It's very irritating. Let's just do Poppy's little mask. She's gonna seem a little counterproductive because I'm like coloring like over the lines, but it's okay. This is literally one of my favorite soundtracks. Oh my god. I could listen to this all day on loop, like, legit. Okay. So many vessels have blue eyes. It's like really funny. Like, I don't know why I didn't like diversify that very much. Like, I really couldn't tell you why I was like doing that, where I'm like, oh, okay. They all have blue eyes, like Hawley era, like Parker era, question marks? What's going on, guys? Like, why didn't we make like more eye colors? Like, we could have had like so many different like types of eye colors because there's so many characters. Like, I'm just like, huh? It's just one of those funny things where I look at my past self and I'm like, I don't know what you were doing. Heart emoji. Like, I couldn't tell you. What Hawley and Parker era do, I don't know. Alright. 2 more left. Juniper creates? Ooh. Okay. I already have a platform I'm gonna use, so I'm really excited about it. I'll be able to tell you guys about it. Let's do Willow first, because Willow comes first in the episode order here. Little Willow! Oh. I love it, I love it. Willow I've also changed a lot, like, character design-wise, because I really wanted Willow to be more pink. To be more like cherry blossom like, because Willow's from Japan, and I just thought this was just so cute. I just thought that was so much fun. I'm like, oh my god. Willow, my baby boy, my beloved. I need a t-shirt. We need to design a t-shirt that just says, let me tell you about Willow from 12 and Origins. It's just like, please ask me about Willow from 12 and Origins in like all caps. Ah, what happened? Why is it all pink? I hate when that happens. I hate when I misclick and it's like everything is pink now. Heart emoji. I'm like, no, unhearts your emoji. Stop it now. Okay, we got a little spot of red. Willow's little harness here. And then we've got the wheels. Such a magical little soundtrack. Alright. Then we'll get our little stripe on his back and we're almost done with him. Oh. He's coming to life bit by bit here. His little white feet. There we go. Willow! Little Willow. And now it's Rue's turn. Rue's turn. Alright, Rue. She looks like a little chipmunk now. It makes me really happy. Alright, boy, after this we're going to do some brief shading and that'll be it. Can't believe that. It's like perfect timing. Hello, wow. I think it says wow. Maybe it says WDW. I'm sorry, it's really small what your little username is, but, hello. I will let you know when the merch comes out. Bye, all my friends are fruit. It's nice to see you. I always love seeing you on the stream, dude. Yay, I'm Weirdo. I'm glad you're almost done. Hopefully you can get through it. Maybe we'll get through both of our projects at the same time. Maybe I'll finish, like, the 12 in Origins side of this poster by the time you finish. How about that? Let's try. Wait, my art style has changed so much, too. Like, even since I've done the redesigns, my art style has changed drastically. Like, holy cow. It's so different. Like, even Heather, I've got, like, Heather and Brew having the same, like, kind of droopy eye style. I just really like it. I just think it's really cute. Underrated. Oh, she doesn't have like little socks. I don't know why I thought she would. Okay. Last bit of color on this, and we are done with Rue, and therefore done with all the vessels coloring. She's got a beautiful stripy tail here. Man, this is gonna put me to sleep, I tell you what. It's already gloomy outside. Don't even hit me with this sleepy music. Alright, there we go. There they all are! The 12-bit Origins crew made the vessels on our poster. Oh, that's how that's gonna look eventually. There's like a little empty space in the corner over here that I might add the little pocket watch or something just to fill it up because it looks a little empty, but I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. Before I get too ahead of myself, we'll go ahead and do some of the shading here. It shouldn't take too long, and this is going to be slightly horrifying for a moment, and I do apologize. It's going to be like, I just gotta get the color. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's do some basic shading on this poster. Do 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 do. The way I shade is also very just random, by the way. It's just like I just one day woke up and went, yep, I can shade, I'm an artist, I can do that. So it's like in no way like super professional or anything. This is just like the self-taught artist ordeal for me. It's just one day I was like, I want to learn how to shade, and then I just kept practicing and practicing, like my own method of what I'm like, oh, this is how I see the world. So this is going to be like really bright at first. It's going to look very dramatic, but we're going to tone it down a lot. This is just so I can see it, because I have really low vision, so I can't really see that well. So this is literally just so I can see what I'm doing, for the most part. Am I doing that? Did I do that on the others? I did, okay. Nice. Well, I could give you guys some updates on like what I'm doing this week. I think I've decided that I'm not going to upload like a bigger YouTube video this week because I really want to work on Persona Project. Because we're really close to being done with year 10, and I want it done, I want to do it, I want it to be over, I want to get it done. So, that's probably what's going to end up happening, is that instead of like, I don't know, like a Wobble Dogs video or a speed art or something, I was like, you know what, we'll just work on more shorts. So you'll see more shorts, instead. So that'll be that for the week. We will do, a little more of Blackbird's story this week. I think we have a couple lighthearted ones, some serious ones, a good grab bag of Blackbird's era this week, coming out, and then after that we'll resume normal stuff. I do have, at the very beginning of October, we're going to devote a little bit of time for some FAQs to come out on shorts, because I'm telling you right now, there's way too many comments that I get on a regular basis that are the same question over and over again, because people don't watch my longer videos or live streams or anything, so they just don't know stuff. So I'm gonna make videos that encompass like a large amount of information in a short amount of time, and will be very useful for those on the short form platform, because they're missing like really key things. And I really need to kind of put my foot down about a couple things here. One main thing that I think is like becoming more and more of an issue literally every day is the relevancy of comments. I will have people try to comment about Persona Project, a video, like a short that has the comments off, which the comments are off. Guys, they're off for a reason, and then people will go, hey, just so you know the comments are off, and I just wanted to say this because you have comments off, and I want to say this, and it's like, where's the critical thinking? You want to say something that bad that you're gonna go find a random video of mine and comment about Persona Project on a video that's not even about Persona Project, telling me to turn on my comments for you. Maybe they're not on, and maybe they're off for me and not on for you for a reason. Like, there's just no, like, thought behind it. Like, they just don't care. And it's getting really irritating that they'll be like, hey, I just saw your most recent short and I just want to say I'm really sorry for you. And it's like a nice comment, but it's like, dude, I don't want comments about the video. Like, if I wanted comments, they would be on, but they're not. And there's no, like, critical thinking behind it. There's just no, like, respect behind it. It's just like, they just don't understand, maybe, that that's wrong, because I get it so much. And it's to the point where I'm like, well, I don't think it's just, like, a critical thinking error. I don't want to boil it down to that, but it's just like, okay, like, everybody's doing the same thing. They obviously think it's okay. I need to tell them that this is not okay, and then if they continue to do it, then we're gonna have problems. So yeah, it's just like next month we're gonna have, like, a series of, like, ugh videos that are, like, kind of boring, because we just gotta, like, lay down some ground rules again. Because my ground rules video isn't really helping. My boundaries are constantly being breached. So I need to be, like, super duper alley-ooper clear about everything, especially in regards to Persona Project, because I know lots of people want to know, like, how do I make my own Persona Project? Like, how did you design the characters? How da-da-da-da? And that's, like, one of my most common questions, and I want to answer those. And so I'm gonna make a bunch of FAQs and release those. And so that's gonna eat up just, like, a little bit of, like, time for Blackbird's story right now. Is just, we're gonna have to, like, pause telling, like, my story just so I could be like, hey guys, please be more respectful of my story, because I've had people reposting it, I've had people, like, making parodies of it and making fun of it, and, like, some really inappropriate stuff that they should not be doing with, like, my inner child, and it's just like, whoa, dude, like, how did we get here, bro? Like, internet, please. And it's not like everybody's doing this. It's just, like, a small percentage that needs to be like, hey, back off, dude. So, putting down boundaries is an important part of being vulnerable, and being vulnerable on the internet is absolutely goddamn terrifying, by the way. It is not easy. It is very scary. So, that'll be happening. Which is not my favorite thing to do. It's, like, super boring to me. Like, I want to draw art. I don't want to sit there and have to be like, stop doing this. Stop doing that. You guys are breaking the rules. Blah, 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 blah. Like, it just makes me feel like I'm, like, policing. And it's, like, annoying. But, like, it's not, because boundaries are really, really important, and it's not just me being a brat, being like, hey, you guys suck. Like, no, it's not what I'm saying at all. That's what you take away from my boundaries videos, like, please reevaluate how you interact with human beings. Because it's not that I'm being a jerk. It's not that I'm, like, being gatekeepy or toxic or whatever. It's that I have boundaries, like most people should, and it's really, like, most people don't stand up for themselves on the internet. They just take all the bullying and they just go whatever. And I'm not somebody to go whatever. Like, I am Blackbird 100%, like, to this day, where I am like, you're not gonna say that to me. You're not gonna say that to my eras. You're not gonna steal my art. Frick you! Like, I'm so Blackbird in that way, where I'm just like, oh heck no, we're not, this is not allowed, you're not getting away with this. So, that's very much like the Blackbird in me. Coming out to be like, Hawley said no. It's like that meme where they're like, oh, he said no pickles. Hawley said no this. Blackbird's gonna stand up for me, I swear. Like, it's almost like I'm like, I don't want to, but I'm like, I have to. And like, she's a good inspiration as to like why I have to. I'm like, yeah, I gotta stand up for everybody, huh? Okay. So yeah, that's one thing that's happening. I wish YouTube Shorts would let you pin videos. Yeah, that would be great, huh? I could like I have like a suggested video that I could put on like each video. I just choose to make my suggested video the introduction to Persona Project in case people are like, what the frick is this? And it's like, what are you talking about? And then you can click on the intro and then be like, oh, this is this person's real life. Oh, okay, I see. That never happens because people don't understand that this is my real life pretty much on a daily basis, where they're like, how could you be so mean to this character? You need to stop bullying Blackbird. You need to be nicer to your OCs. And I'm like, chat, who's gonna tell them? Who's gonna tell them that this is my real life? And then I agree, we should stop bullying myself. Yeah, like, people shouldn't have been that mean to me. You're absolutely right, but unfortunately, this is my real-ass life, and people were that mean to me, unfortunately. I know, it sucks. Wish I could go back and rewrite it. I wish I could have a different life, trust me. I wish I could just redo it all. But, like, we can't. We don't have that. We're not superhumans in the middle of Halcyon City in a super society. Like, we are regular people, and we can't time travel, and we can't alter reality by writing it. So, accepting it is my big part of my healing. It's just being like, yeah, things sucked, but you know what? I made it, and I'm healing and growing from it, and the other crappy people involved, the most I can hope for is karma. Like, I am very humble, and I'm very graceful and kind to the people that were very unkind to me, because that's who I am. I think it's very valuable and important to recognize that they're like actual human beings. They're not like the monsters under my bed. Like, they're like real people, because that's like what real life is. Alright, Rose. Rose is always so difficult to shade because it's like such a light color. I have a very hard time seeing light colors. We'll do our best, we'll do our best. Isn't it so relaxing? Oh, I love shading, it's so chill. I love it. Fonda Tonge, I'm gonna buy all the merch that'll be done left. I mean, good luck, because I'm gonna have like an infinite stock. Like, they're gonna be like, on demand, made and printed, so it's not like oh, I'm gonna have like 100 t-shirts and you can buy them all. It's gonna be like a big company is gonna be able to print whatever t-shirt you want, whenever you want, so you can order as many as you want. Technically, you can order as many as you want, but I don't think I'm ever gonna sell out, unless that company happens to sell out that is producing it for me. Which is a little doubtful, because they are a pretty large company. Jingle bells! Every time the song comes on, I'm like, yay! Jump cut of every time I've gone, yay, when this specific song comes on my stream. Alright, Ebony. We're gonna get your little shading done here, buddy. I just love shading, bro. It's just so nice and calming. I don't do much shading on my work anymore, just because, like, I've developed such a cartoony, like, flat style. It's just, like, the way it is. But, like, man, when I get to do big pieces like this, it's just so freaking cathartic. It's just like, yes, dude. It's so chill. So calm. This will obviously not look this red. Like, again, I just have the colors amplified to, like, the max right now because I can't see for garbage. I have very bad vision. That's why I'm gonna spend, like, a long time going through and cleaning up this piece, too. So if you see something that is not right, like, just bear with me. Like, it'll get cleaned up before the final product. And even if there's a mistake, oh well, like, I'm a human. And I think it's important to learn that, like, not everybody is just, like, a robot that must make everything perfect 24/7, 7 days a week. Will you team up with Glitch Strawberry Cat? Oh, that's the dream, bro! That would be amazing! I would love to go with them and be like, hey, I have really cool cartoon ideas, can you guys, like, make it? I would love that. Like, that would be, like, my dream come true. But I don't foresee it, considering I'm still more of a small creator. No, Bibby! Oh my god, Bibby, what are you doing, bro? I don't want anything to do with you. You're throwing up and go away. Bibby! Well, Bibby Cam. Don't show your butt. That's rude. Will you sit? Will you sit? Are you done being throwy uppy? You better not purr too hard on me and throw up. Here's my cat. His name is Indiana Jones, or Bippy. He's orange and white. And he's a baby. He's started. A little baby. My cat is my reminder to take a break. All day. He will just come and sit in my lap and be a little baby and open his mouth. Hold on, we should take a little break and pet the cat here. Say hi, Bee-Bang! Say hello! Say hello! Yes! Yes! Cat break. It's time for a cat break. Nope. Are you hiding? Are you camera shy? Oh, it's gonna rethrow all the fruit in the bowl, just so y'all know. It's gonna, like, hurdle a bunch of fruit. I love watching it. It's really funny. Go through it. Yay! Look at all those apples. Heck yeah. Peeves is gonna go bobbing for apples. It's so beautiful. Oh goodness, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Baby just distracted me super bad. Aha. Okay. What child? What do you want? Oh no. He looks playful. I'm scared. I don't want to play right now. I'm trying to draw an edgy dog. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to play right now. Please don't bite me. My cat has a problem where he thinks it's always playtime, and he always wants to play, and he always wants to, like, be insane because he's orange, and I'm just like, bro, we can't be doing this right now. Oh, goodness, you can barely see this color. Yeah, Bibby, you're not very much helping with the not being able to see thing. Okay, I don't know what this cat wants. He's scaring me. Hello, welcome to the stream. We are currently petting Bibby, who is being a little devious. And then, shading our 12 and Origins poster here. Well, portion of the poster, I should say. It's like a portion of it. I see some line art issues here. There we go. Not anymore. Okay. Once we get all the characters shaded, we will tone down the opacity and give it a nice look over and see how beautiful it's coming along. Oh, I think we got all the— oh, just kidding, I was like completely way ahead here. Oh, goodness. No, Fizzy, now your bed's destroyed too? God dang, what is up with everybody destroying their beds today? Right, Bibby? What do you have to say for yourself? Hmm? That you stink? Yeah? That you purred too hard? Hmm? I wish I could put the mic up to him and have like cat ASMR of him purring super hard. But my microphone is fixed to my desk and I can't move it, so unfortunately no cat ASMR today, guys. Maybe when I get a new microphone I'll be able to swing it on around and give you guys the cat ASMR you deserve. I'm hoarding it for everybody right now. It's super unfair. Dinky music. God damn, I love dinky music. Kirby music is so dinky, man. I love it. Using the word dinky is really funny, too. Dinky music, my beloved. Alright, Fennel, we'll get your tail shaded. Let's do it like this, actually. Oh! Keep clicking and it keeps throwing me into the void. If you guys have questions, just ask questions. Don't ask to ask a question. That's very counterintuitive, don't you think? It's one of my pet peeves. Just ask, just ask, just ask. I view the chat so much, like I 9 times out of 10 will probably see it and respond to it if it's something I want to respond to. Because now that you've spent the time asking, now I've seen that you've asked, but I don't know what you want. You know what I mean? And now if I miss it, I'm gonna feel sad, because I'm gonna be like, dang. Because you asked to ask, and then I say sure, and then I miss the actual question. Alright, Lupin. Lupin. Poppy. Poppy girl, I love her. Jam time. Sorry, baby, I'm sorry. Oh my god, I was jamming too hard and he looked like he was gonna kill me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, baby. Ooh, please forgive me. I got too silly, baby. I got too silly. He's swishing his tail so angrily at me, bro. I'm so afraid. He's just gonna be like, you're done. He's just gonna, like, tackle me. My cat loves tackling me. In case you haven't caught on, my cat is kind of evil. Oh, he's not evil. He's just insane, I think. He's just bonkers. Yeah, you're kind of insane. Someone's gotta say it, baby. I'm sorry. I mean, I literally can't make this up. My cat shattered my window like a few months ago, and I'm still trying to get it repaired. Because he jumped on it so hard, because he saw another cat outside, that he jumped and into the window so hard that he shattered it. Like, he's that flavor of orange cat, y'all. He is that orange. Yeah, you're just a little orange, baby. Just a little. Just a smidge. Oh, speaking of orange cats, we're almost done with this. I can't believe it. Oh my god. Okay. Rue, we'll get your tail and your feet down here. Oh, baby, where are you going? Oh dear. He's trying to do something. Hold on. Where do you want to go, child? Do you want down? Or what are you doing? What do you want? Okay, he is going down. I don't know what he's gonna do now. He's wandering. Pippi's antics and persona project. Oh my god, that's gonna be such a fun story. You have no idea. The day that I got Bibby, bro. Oh my god. It's gonna be such a cute story. Somebody found him in a car engine and we're like, we can't take care of him. And then everybody at the pet store I was working at was like, oh, we'll take him. And then we all took turns bottle feeding him. He really is my soul animal, you know, like, there is, like, I feel like there's at least one pet you have in your life where, like, they are, like, your best friend, without a doubt. Like, they are, like, your soul animal. They are, like, the pet of all time for you. And I feel like everybody gets, like, one. Where they're, like, this was my pet, man. This was, like, the best pet I ever had. And Bibby's like that for me. Even though he's mean. He's still one of, like, the best animals I've ever had. And I've had a lot of pets, so you know that says a lot. No, I'm trying to figure out how I want to shade this. What the heck happened? What is happening to me? Like, my brain is just shutting off. No, you can't shut off. You can't do that. No, we're almost done. Shh, you're gonna stay on. You have 2 more vessels to color, and you're gonna stay on. You're gonna do great, brain. I believe in you. I'm gonna pep talk my brain, bro. You're the brainest brain that's ever brained. Alright? You're gonna stay on, and you're gonna freaking color this right now. Good brain. Good brain. Yes, brain. Anybody else have internal dialogue they make external, or am I just, like, insane? Because, yeah, I just, all day long, I will talk to myself in such a manner. Where I'm like, you need to do this, like, come on, like, what are you doing? At myself. Like a normal person, you know? Okay, Mallow. Was the cat okay after the window? Yes, the cat is okay. He's fine. He just... He's insane. I wouldn't tell the story if he wasn't okay. Like, I wouldn't be like, ha ha ha. I wouldn't be like laughing. Also, to answer your question, live your life. I based Wild Child off of a frog. Because frogs have very, like, specific and very obvious life stages. Like, a tadpole is obviously a baby frog. And I wanted to make sure that the design of Wild Child was a child, like through and through. Like, if you just looked at her, you would know that she was a child. So I went with an animal that had a life stage I was, like, very obvious. Like, if it came to me drawing, like, a kitten, right, it's like, kittens and cats look really similar. Like, yeah, kittens are, like, smaller and fuzzier, but, like, with that, there's, like, an actual, like, full-blown, like, whole other metamorphosis for a frog, that differentiates, like, a young frog from an older frog. And so, that's why I did that. And also, I loved water as a kid. I was always around water, and so I thought picking an animal from the pond would be cool too. I very much spent most of my childhood splashing around in a pond. So, it all just made sense to me. It's just very personal choice for me. But design-wise too, I really wanted to make sure I was, like, emphasizing the fact that, like, hey, this is, like, a young character, and it's showing through even in the design. Alright, Willow. Get your wheels colored in. Get this colored in, and that's it, man. This is great. This is coming along great. But also, I like streaming this stuff because it shows you actually genuinely how long this stuff takes. Because I know some people take that for granted, and they're just like, oh gosh, like, why is it taking so long? Da, da, da. And it's like, here's the real time it takes to draw this. in case people, like, forget how slow art really is, I know I produce it insanely fast in comparison to a lot. It is mostly a very slow and tedious process. Like, that was the shading, y'all. Alright, and then we're gonna turn it down. And turn this on. We'll do, like, some very brief highlights, and that'll be that. Alright. Let's do another overlay, I think. There we go. Alright. Forgot I had done highlights. Alright, let's do some little brief lighting here and there. Just on the tops of things. That way there's both lights and darks in the artwork. I love doing this part because it's just so crisp and like nice. It's like, ah, yes. Adding very nice subtle highlights because I don't like it to be like super blinding or bright or anything. I wonder if this is too yellow. Hold on. I think I like... Did I turn it down?
You found him in a car engine? Damn, talk about having an engine that purrs.
Yes, Anonymous! Thank you for the dono. I did find him in a car engine. An engine that purrs. Apparently purrs so hard that he throws up all over my bed. This cat, I swear to God. I love him, but man, what a menace. Alright. Highlights, highlights, highlights. Highlights for days. Oh man, I hope you guys have a good weekend. I know it's like getting gloomier out, colder out for some of us up north, but don't let that get your spirits down. I know I had like a bit of a crazier weekend myself, so I'm ready for another insane week. I actually will not be streaming next week. Just as a heads up, I have friends coming into town, so no stream then, but we'll be back at it the next week following, as per usual. But I'm really excited. We're gonna have some of my friends visit, and that'll be very fun and nice. Everybody needs some chill time with friends. And mine is on the horizon. I don't really get to see my internet friends all but like maybe once a year. So it's really exciting when I get to actually hang out with my friends from online. It's been like something that I've really cherished like for like a lot of my life, because I've just had like mostly friends online for most of my life, because I've been able to find my niche and find my people in like these more tightly knit like spaces, and I'm so grateful for them. Like it's so cool that I can just connect with like awesome people in like a way that I am most comfortable with. So yeah, shout out to internet friends. You guys are the best. I love it. I love internet friends so much. They are real friends. I don't care. My parents used to be like, oh, well, they're not real friends. They're not real people. And I'm like, hello? Yes, they are. They're right here. If you missed a question, can you ask again? Yeah, like, I saw that you asked Cole for if WC would have been a cat. No, it's just I was using that as an analogy of an example of, like, an animal that doesn't have, like, a clear, like, I don't know what to call it, like, life stage, question mark? And Meow Cat, I think you asked, yeah, I have, I've drawn what Wild Child looks like when she's, like, if I just kept her design, like, all the way throughout my life. I can like share that in a moment. Let me just finish what I'm doing here and I will show you a peek of that. Get some highlights on Cypress here. And Fennel too. I love to see it. Oh my god, it's all coming together. I hate how it doesn't show up on like the lighter colors though. It's kind of a bummer. It's okay. Do do do. Where's that tail? Fennel's there it is. And Ebony too. Ebony, what are you doing? Get shaded. Come here. You need shading. This instant. Shading and lighting for you. What a cutie. I love Ebony, bro. Ebony gang, rise up. Ebony gang, Ebony gang. I think Ebony's the perfect example of like, you don't have to be a perfect parent, you just gotta be a parent, like you just gotta show up. Like you just gotta care. Like, ugh. He's so good. I love him. I think my favorite scene of that entire Ebony's episode is when like, he's pretending to be like a little, like horse. Cause like, his daughter's like, let's play horsey. And then he's like, okay, and he makes like terrible horsey noises where he's like, nah, and he's just making terrible noises. Like, he's doing his best though, like that's what matters the most, is that he's like, he's trying to play horsey, and it's like so freaking cute and wholesome. There's nothing more wholesome than that. It would have been really cool if I could somehow emulate my old art style to like be on this poster, but like it would take me so long and like I would not know even where to begin or how to like go back to my old art style. It's like so hard. It's like once you've like grown up, I guess, it's like ungrowing up. It's like ungrowing up my art. It's like, oh, I don't know how to do that. If I could, I would. It'd be really cool to have like different art styles on the poster, but like enough at the same time, I don't think I can. But I have thought about it where I was like, that'd be really cool if I like kept my art style like from like the old 12. Oh my god, Fizzy, you met up with 6 different internet friends at once? That was probably really bonkers. Colfer, the reason why Parker goes by he, him pronouns is because that was the time in my life I was most masculine. Like, I very much, like, wanted to be a boy. I had, like, I got, like, men's deodorant, I'd wear men's clothing, like, I didn't shave, like, I just only, like, really, like, identified and made characters who were male, and, like, just very much like a trans mask narrative I had when I was a teenager. It was just very quiet and subtle and, like, very much to myself. Like, I never really told anybody about it, but, like, I would write all of my stories from the perspectives of men because I wanted to be one. And it's, like, really interesting, and I feel like I wanted to pay, like, tribute to that by acknowledging the fact that, like, as a teenager, I very much viewed myself as a boy. And giving Parker he, him pronouns and making him into, like, a little anime boy would be, like, doing my teenage self such a service, because, like, he would have loved that. Like, he would have been like, yes, dude, oh my god, like, not only can I, like, animate and, like, make cartoons and, like, write stories and stuff, but I can also, like, be portrayed, like, in the way that I've always wanted to be, and, like, that's just so cool, because, like, I'm questioning my gender currently, I don't know what I am, So I think it'll be even more important that if I do end up being trans-masked, that I, like, share that side of the story of, like, my early, like, revelations of being like, oh my goodness, like, this is, like, a huge masculine part of my life. I use all pronouns right now. You can't really mess it up for me. Okay, let's make this even more subtle, I think. I'm trying to match the other stuff on here. There we go. Oh, look at that, dude. Oh, that's gonna look so good when it's done. Isn't that awesome? It's like halfway done. Not even. It's like a quarter of the way done. Oh, this is gonna be such a big poster. Yeah, this poster is gonna be enormous, y'all. Look at that. So this is like what we have so far for like the PetPyves poster. We have like me and personas. And then we've got all of the 12 and Origins characters on the left. It turned out so cute! Oh my god. I'm getting hiccups too. Please god, don't make me hiccups, please. Please, I don't want hiccups, please. Yay, it turned out so good, guys. Wasn't that so cool? Oh, I love putting this together on stream. I think I'll only work on this when I'm on stream. I think that'd be so cool to be like, this is like we can see the entire thing come together. Like, oh my god. Oh, it's gonna be so beautiful. So thanks you guys for joining me on this journey of creating the 12 and Origin side of the poster. It's looking good. It's looking good. Oh man, it's gonna be a really big one. Okay guys, so that'll be it for our stream today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and answering questions. I answered the question. What am I even saying? My brain is not on, bruh. Thank you guys for asking questions. It's really nice to answer. It's really fun. Thank you guys for the fan art. I can't wait to see more of it next time. And thank you guys for all the donations and support. That means the world to me. It keeps me doing everything I get to do on my channel, from shorts to videos to live streams to merch to everything. It supports everything. And I very much appreciate it. And thank you, Mel. Thank you for being here too. It's super cool, dude. Just get rid of Impetus Perfect Fizzy. Please, I love that. That's so funny. Oh god. But yeah, guys. So this week we have more Persona project. No big video, like no like regular YouTube video. We just have Persona, like shorts coming out. And then next week, no live stream, but we'll still have more videos and shorts to come out. We're gonna finish up year 10, like this month. So get ready. That blooper sode is gonna be insane. Year 10 bloopers are insane. Like I'm insane. In a good way, in a fun way. So, it's been real though. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next stream, in the next short and next video. VOD viewers, thanks for watching the VOD. And that is all for today, guys. Bye-bye!